First and 10 now from the 33. Here's Ryan to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. Touchdown, Colts. Mecole Hardman, 29 yards. And the Colts will strike first here, this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 18. Now ETN to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They go play action now. Lawrence on the move to his left. Looking for his slot man, and he's got him. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
61, Max, hey, wahoo!
Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really,
I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Colts 7, Jaguars nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the cover.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, throw taken in by Taylor left side. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
39.
They go play action with Ryan. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
X3.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Quiddy Pay. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready, ready!
They'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars will take the... Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Jaguars 14, Colts 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Ready, ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Bravo.
Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final time of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to our teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start. Taken down right around the 15.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Pull it high.
15-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
30-yard line.
Now Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Hey, orbit. Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the ground with ETN. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go now.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 31-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go, here we go. Stop it, stop it.
They go play action with Lawrence. Steps away. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for completion.
Hey,
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dan Arnold, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.